Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Independent Street Tarot and Seasons from Ritual. Sorry, the light's kind of crazy in here. It is the first day of Aquarius season, so welcome to Aquarius season. I hope everyone's feeling a little bit better today. When we have when we change seasons, anyway, it's a lot of energy, but this one's extra big because of moving into the stage of Aquarius, this paradigm shift, but also having the sun conjunct Pluto yesterday and today, depending on where you are in the world. And I just want to talk really quickly about that. So our sun is our solar plexus. It's what makes us move. And it's important for you guys to know, if you're new to my channel, when I talk about divine feminine and divine masculine energies, I'm speaking of the energy. We have both of those within us, no matter how we present. So the divine feminine energy in us is what receives, right? It is what and then that divine masculine in us is how we move forward. So they have to be working in tandem at all times. And so that is the one thing that we are getting back in our lives, is this balance between the masculine and feminine energies within us, which makes us whole. It makes us complete. And so with Pluto and Capricorn and the sun in Capricorn in that 29th degree, they had a very deep, not dark, a very deep conversation. And I think this is so interesting because we have the sun, which is the sun, right? The light, if you will. And then we have Pluto, which represents the dark, death and dying. And it had a super intense conversation together. And to me, when these planets come, I always see them as mutual. These are good conversations. I think back in the day, uh, when we learned about astrology, um, it's very patriarchal, it's very toxic. It's all these, gods fighting. It's very egotistical, right? Fighting for space, who's the best, all these things. And since 2020 or so, I want to say 20, I would say 2018, let's say 2019, split it. There was that change. Uranus was zapping everyone. Uranus spent a lot of time with Mars and Aries, and I saw that as Mars becoming a divine masculine energy, Aries becoming that divine masculine energy. And I always just thought of the sun as being a divine masculine energy. I just never really thought about it. Um, so whatever so whatever was left, whatever was left, especially in that sign of Capricorn, which unfortunately now is like a lower vibe. So we see a lot of corporate greed. You know, Pluto has transformed that. There's been a lot of transitioning um through that. So my alarm's going off. I don't know if my sister's going to turn it off or not. Because it's 333. So okay, I had to turn it off and come back. So, the sun, so whatever, if there was any toxic traits left with the sun, and how we see ourselves when it comes to, capitalism, making money, those Capricorn themes, they were all transformed, transmuted, by Pluto in this not dark but deep conversation. It could be dark conversation. It's okay. You can't be scared of the dark. Maybe that's why it wants to keep coming up. Dark, the void, that's where all things are created. They come from the void, right? So they had this, we'll say deep dark conversation together. So anything that was left in there that was being shown not only in ourselves but in the Capricorn areas of our lives have been transformed. And I think it's really beautiful too that Pluto will then go back into Capricorn, I believe in September. And so the sun is warming up those places in Pluto that need to um, be seen. So if he didn't get it this time, they're going to be seen when it goes back, when Pluto goes back into Capricorn. And so I think that's a really beautiful sign, actually. And so Pluto and the sun are having this deep, deep, dark conversation and deep light conversation, right? You have light and dark right there together, talking. And then the sun will move into Aquarius, and then Pluto will follow 12 hours later. And to me, it's just like this beautiful conversation. It's like, how have you been? This is the last time we're meeting at this point for a very long time. There's a little bit more we got to clean up. So Pluto's like, okay, I'll be back. And the sun says, okay. The sun says, thank you, Pluto, for hitting me, transmuting some stuff, what needs to be done, because I'm the sun. And then Pluto tells the sun, all right, thanks for giving me some energy and things that I know that I need. When I come back, I can light this stuff up. And they say thank you. And then the sun gets to go in and start warming up Aquarius before Pluto makes its grand entrance. To me, I think it's very beautiful. I also think it's very interesting that today the moon is in Gemini. In Gemini used to be known as duality, right? Light and dark. And then you literally had light and dark together. The light goes in, the dark follows after it, and it starts a whole new conversation. Gemini is also an air sign. Gemini had the South Node in it a few years ago. And when the South Node was in the sign of Gemini, to me, that was ending all duality when we talk about Gemini. So when I talk about Gemini, I see it as giving us options. If you don't like those options, ask for a third option. They'll find you a third option. You'll find yourself a third option. And that's that special synergy, right? That's that special, it's just a special energy. It's a special way of being that is going above and beyond the collective conscious, which is really important because we are moving through that. We're bringing in new energy to raise the vibration of the collective. So we have a lot of beautiful energy right now as the sun moves into Aquarius. The other thing I wanted to say is that this morning I pulled cards on my altar and I asked, what are we transforming? Because I was still thinking about the Pluto and the sun. I was like, what are we transforming or transmuting? What are we transmuting as we move into Aquarius? And we got the Ten of Air, negative thinking. Negative thinking came out. I can't make this up. So I'm going to read from that real fast. Because this is moving into Aquarius, which is an air sign, which is thought. We've got to change the way we think about ourselves. We've got to change the way we perceive ourselves. Our thoughts do make our reality. So this is what we're transmuting as we move into Aquarius. All right. Negative thinking, unwillingness to let go of negative mind loops, clinging to self-destructive notions, doubts, and existential fears. The inner message is sometimes you create your own hell just by repeating hateful thought patterns. There is internal states of mind. We create them. This power and responsibility cannot be placed at other people's doorstep, even if that feels more comfortable. Become aware of how you think about and how you treat yourself. Okay. And then the outward manifestation is no new seed should be thrown onto this field of doubts. And remember yesterday we talked about Uranus being in Taurus, churning it up, turning up the soil so we can plant those new seeds. Straighten yourself out first. Try not to hold on to past offenses. Clinging to mental position robs you of your strength. Become aware of how your mind loops drag you even deeper into the muck, especially in work-related matters, which is important because we were just talking about Pluto and the sun transforming work-related matters because they met in the 29th degree of Capricorn. Fresh air, exercise, and regular relaxation will help you jump off this downward spiraling carousel of anger, worry, and pain. So that's what we're transmuting as we move into Aquarius. And then I asked, what are we bringing in? And I kid you not, the sun. How beautiful. How beautiful is this? Okay, so let's read what it says about the sun card. Hold on, I gotta find the sun. Okay. All right. In essence, this is what we're bringing in. Evolution, vitality, illumination, beauty, joyous fulfillment, contentment, bliss, love, ripeness, inner and outer abundance. The inner message is the light of the sun keeps us alive. Its warmth allows us to exist on this planet. No wonder our primitive ancestors prayed to it as a god or goddess. To them, the sun most vividly represented the presence of an immeasurable and eternal divine power. Solar power makes you enter a new stage in life now, a phase of happiness, fulfillment, and gratitude, which to me sums up Aquarius. Your inner sun is rising. Its radiance illuminates your path. You no longer need help from outside when you learn to trust your inner sun. That's what we are striving it that's what all our striving is truly about, to find your own unique way, to live your own realization, to follow your own inner light. The sun is a sign that you are very close to this. So good job, guys. We're doing it. The outward manifestation is with the dawning of a new awareness and a new age of Aquarius. I just threw that in there. Everything changes within and without. The vibrations of the coming age are touching you. This is so timely, you guys. Altering your outlook, sweeping through your consciousness, freeing it from old thought patterns and the bondage of rigid routines. In this release, your energy wants to dance, to celebrate, to soar in unknown heights. The sun reflects the pioneering spirit that forges ahead with unflagging optimism and strength for the benefit of all. Remember, Aquarius is about the individual and the community. Surrender to the kiss of the inner sun. Most of all, enjoy this internal moment of being filled with sheer presence. So very beautiful message to end on with this. When I pulled these two cards, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get back on here and spread the message because it's so beautiful. Also, if you guys need a dance, the fifth dimension, Age of Aquarius, turn it on. Lots of arm movements. Make sure it's got like flutes and shit at the beginning. It's perfect for some interpretive dance. Also, it's Mardi Gras season here in New Orleans, so play some brass music. Just put on Mardi Gras remix. It's gonna be a good time. So I hope you guys are feeling better. I hope you know it is okay to feel bad or down or this grief that we were feeling as we moved into this. Take a couple deep breaths, but no, let in the sunshine, you guys. We're here at this time for a reason, and it is to be joyous and to learn how to love ourselves so that we can love others. And it's a journey, okay? It's just not one day, it's a journey. If you guys would like to reach out to me for, an astrology chart reading or a tarot reading, you can get in touch with me on my website at www.IndependenceStTarot.com or look at my Instagram under the same name. And Seasons and Ritual is also, you guys can reach me there or just comment below and I can always reach out to you here. All right, you guys, till then, welcome to Aquarius season and I'll see you soon.